Welcome back, everyone. After reaching a local cycle high of 0.449s in January, chain XCN entered a prolonged and steep downtrend that persisted for several months. This decline saw the altcoin shed a significant portion of its market value, reflecting both broader weakness in the altcoin sector and token-specific selling pressure. The bearish momentum intensified through the first quarter of 2025, culminating in a sharp breakdown to a low of 0.7 on April 7th. That marked one of the lowest price points the token has seen in recent times, but also set the stage for a potential trend reversal. What followed was a notable shift in sentiment. Since bottoming out at that level, XCN has made a stunning comeback. The altcoin has rallied by a massive 171%, showcasing renewed investor interest and surging demand from the spot market. This strong recovery suggests that the 0.007 mark may have acted as a significant support zone, a psychological and technical floor that reinvigorated bullish momentum. The price increase has been accompanied by growing trading volume, which further validates the strength of this reversal. XCN breaks out with bullish momentum. The rebound has not just been a temporary relief rally, it has exhibited the characteristics of a potentially sustained uptrend. One of the key technical developments driving this renewed optimism is XCN's breakout above a descending resistance trendline that had previously capped price growth. Breaking through such a trendline often signals a shift in market structure and serves as a bullish trigger for many traders. In the case of XCN, the breakout has sparked considerable upside movement, leading to strong weekly gains. On the daily chart, momentum indicators are flashing bullish signals. The balance of power (BOP) indicator, which helps gauge whether buyers or sellers are currently dominating the market, is in positive territory. At the time of writing, XCN's BOP stands at 0.24, well above the neutral zero line. A positive BOP reading suggests that buyers are aggressively entering the market, absorbing sell pressure and pushing prices higher. This is a key confirmation that the upward price action is supported by real demand, not just low-volume price manipulation or short-term speculation. Historically, a sustained positive BOP correlates with continued upward price movement. When this indicator remains elevated over multiple sessions, it often reflects a robust accumulation phase where large and small traders alike are positioning themselves ahead of further upside. This gives confidence to bulls who are looking for evidence that the current rally has legs. However, despite the signs of strength in the spot market, derivatives traders remain skeptical. XCN's perpetual futures funding rate is currently negative, sitting at minus 0.032% as of press time. This persistent negative funding rate signals that a majority of traders in the derivatives market are betting against the token, opening short positions with the expectation that prices will soon fall. Derivatives divergence, bearish bets amid bullish price action. The funding rate is a mechanism that balances long and short positions in perpetual futures contracts. A negative funding rate means that short position holders are paying those who are long, indicating that bearish sentiment dominates the derivatives market. In contrast, when the funding rate is positive, long holders pay short holders, suggesting that most traders are expecting upward movement. This divergence between spot market optimism and bearish positioning in the derivatives space is particularly interesting. It creates the potential for a short squeeze, a scenario where short sellers are forced to buy back into the market at higher prices to cover their positions, accelerating the upward movement of the asset. If XCN continues to rally despite bearish bets, this pressure could mount, forcing bears to exit their trades quickly and thereby contributing further to bullish momentum. Such market dynamics often lead to parabolic price increases in the short term, especially when a token with relatively low liquidity and high volatility like XCN is involved. Traders keeping a close eye on funding rates and open interest should be alert to any rapid shifts, as they could signal the beginning of such a squeeze. XCN price pushes past 20-day EMA, confirming uptrend. Another bullish technical signal adding confidence to XCN's current rally is the price moving above its 20-day exponential moving average, EMA. This EMA acts as a dynamic support resistance line and gives more weight to recent price action, making it a favored tool among short to medium-term traders. Crossing above the 20-day EMA is often viewed as an early confirmation that an asset is entering a bullish phase. This signal becomes even more significant when it aligns with other indicators, such as rising volume and a positive BOP reading. In XCN's case, the convergence of these indicators provides a compelling case for a sustained uptrend. Moreover, moving averages like the 20-day EMA are closely watched by algorithmic trading systems and institutional traders. When price closes above the EMA for multiple consecutive days, it often triggers buy signals in these systems, contributing further to the momentum. At present levels, the 20-day EMA is acting as support, providing a potential base for further upward movement. If the price continues to trade above this moving average, it will reinforce bullish sentiment and could attract additional buyers. Where could XCN go from here? With momentum clearly favoring the bulls, traders are now beginning to map out potential targets. If the current uptrend remains intact, XCN could aim for the 2-3 level in the short term. This zone marks a previous area of consolidation and minor resistance, and breaching it could open the door for a run toward 3 or higher. From a risk-reward standpoint, XCN is in a critical zone. A successful retest of current levels, followed by continued strength above key support zones like 0.6 cents or the 20-day EMA, could validate the bullish thesis. This would invite more sidelined capital into the market and set the stage for a sustained recovery. However, if the rally begins to lose steam or the broader market turns risk off, a pullback is possible. In this case, the 1.6 level would act as initial support. A failure to hold above this mark could lead to a deeper retracement back toward tall tufts or lower. It's worth noting that macroeconomic factors and broader crypto market trends could also play a role. As always, traders should monitor Bitcoin's price action and key events like U.S. inflation reports or regulatory developments that could impact sentiment across the digital asset landscape. Final thoughts: opportunity or trap? XCN is currently at a pivotal moment. On one hand, technical indicators, rising spot demand, and a breakout above trend resistance suggest the start of a promising uptrend. On the other hand, the skepticism in the derivatives market, as reflected by the persistently negative funding rate, serves as a reminder that not all market participants are convinced. This split sentiment presents both risk and opportunity. For risk-tolerant traders, the current setup could offer an early entry into a potentially strong uptrend, particularly if the short squeeze narrative plays out. For more conservative investors, waiting for additional confirmation, such as a higher high above 2.3 or a shift in funding rate toward neutral positive, may be the prudent path. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like the video, share it with other crypto traders, and subscribe to the channel for daily insights on the altcoin market. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on XCN and other trending tokens. Let's grow this community together.